Dr. Bawumia, for the first time, or see, or ye zonguni, or ye muslimini, tiemfanamra, ye dene ba, or bet chinkremofonu vote to Ninadi Maye, na MPP, yetima koyenim, near a day. Ya appreciate your votes na appreciate. Ono na koka okojina kremofo so dem no koka asem. Tie nyina yenya confidence say look, this dynamics is going to work for us just like the northern votes. What you say? For the first time in history yakoto aba kremoni ye presidential candidate. Yakwa we lose all the Zongo communities. And I'm daring anybody. Na no na ye Rabban Champo ka wan kan ye. All the Zongo communities are Ghana in our Lusu apart from Winneba Zongo. Oh, he lost everywhere. Every Zongo community in Ghana. For the first time, I had to aba president created Zongo ministry and Zongo community for the first time. For the first time, I had a Muslim vice president. Honestly, say he was given the opportunity to do everything. For the first time, you lose all the Zongo communities in Ghana. And these are the data. These are the facts.
Don't you think it's a punishment and Ghana for they punishing NPP? No. Not because they did not want Dr. Bawumia, but no more appreciating the government. Punishment and Ghana for no 2008 President Akufo-Addo. That time almost fatigued, almost sorry for MPP abaying. Akufo-Addo won the first round, 49% but. You call second round or time, we lost it, and you saw that there was punishment there. That okay, the fatigue system that appreciate. For time 1996, it happened like that, and then 2000 he came and won because Ghana for no me fed up with NDC. Kufuor won that election, but who share the trajectory now? Who say vote to no? Me appreciate kakra. So incumbent to be lose krana, and yet that abysmal performance like this, where we have 47 something million votes or something. Now they are Chiso MPP. Ya kwa 48 point something percent out of the a sweat tier about 41%, which is totally unacceptable. And you know, nyoma a course no basically on the statistics no. In favor Dr. Bawumia in any way. In favor no. When you look at the statistics. Okay. Now Baba be zero in. What you say? Who shared the Zongo community? He lost everywhere. Now who grants the northern region, baby, or Otiminya zero. You have about 32 polling stations here, Dr. Bawumia, and you zero. These are the results. Here. What you say? Ebi na mbebo wacho. Meba now let's move to yes, I know make na yenton ye Kennedy akompreko Japan. But yes, the deficits. I know make it doesn't matter, my dear. You've proven idea ye key and fundamental. Kennedy ye beba so. Nyabote over me 5 minutes kwana. Kennedy the message is so comprehensive. Ghanaians know who he is. Ghana are looking for a leader. What you say? Or what could they talk? Leader or seer or bayo. Say how the Kennedy jina. Na the Dr. Bawumia jina. Na omumu ba kukaso obema milk. Etime beer free. Ghana pipe muaba. Ghana for beji Kennedy edi. Ejab Dr. Bawumia. Ade.
Yenti kroma. Ena Dr. Bawumia beka che Ghana for yina say. Wachisi di noa lokono. Edi ki na ma IGP. In leadership, in art of leadership, credibility and honesty is very key in leadership. Why do you think Americans, do you think they are so dumb to go and vote for Donald Trump? They know he's too predictable. They know this man's a member Udria. He will protect Americans' frontiers and they believe in him. This man would deal with anybody around him if you mess up. He will be straight with you. Yeah, can't we are saying no. That for society, no, you're part of Africa. No, who can't now you straightforward that people don't like you, but you are the right person. Because Sabio and once Nabi wa we are to be Danny Buja Wanajo. Sancroform, one show me young home. But be a better when him no can natural said this is the truth. Don't care who asks is God. At the end of the day, no, a Babuama Ghana, it's me a conkind. Ghana has been starved with that kind of leadership for a long time. And now,
young men and women now more Gen Z, some 18 years to 32 years. They are looking for a leader or you're honest, a leader or you're bold, a leader or kase china mebu bukumasi kwame nkrumah circle na masi nfofora obi anye na chine because they know he's a daring leader. That kind of leader ni bi ena Ghana for hwehwe ni sesei. That kind of a leader sabio cha wote se ene de Japan ye president ne e wo Ghana ha wo kura wonim se police ni je bribe obe luku ni shoulders meboa police ni to kroma na or je bribe not is a Kennedy Japan a president of Ghana. They will look and look well before they do whatever they want to do. Discipline, because the perception is that this guy will not be a minister under his watch. Na ya mawa juma sekoye say minister of lands and natural resources. No be too galam say any legal mining, illegal mining. Na kene Japan ye president that ye di so janini and kofa kungure mo ko pam galam so na oya krona udi agura. He would deal with anybody.
But despite all this believing in him, now Jidi so betimi lead Ghana, ma Ghana better no. There are some utterances I want make here ma man for AUSU against no they think
utterance
na no me share one bibi coca or we say odidiatem.
Me say utterance be specific.
Me share attaching. I know I can say or you should the F word anyhow. Somebody like that or cancel a Ghana is
F word no F word in be there. America, the greatest democracy in the world. When they come motherfucker change Donald Trump. We should be serious.
This is Ghana.
Listen, this is Ghana. That's why we are where we are. That is where we are where we are.
We cannot say our morality too.
Tie mami kasam chiro. MPs ni ministers or more Ghana how mon come motherfucker. Why na etiba yiri sika $6 million akosi cardiothoracic center ama Ghana for amanfo so come motherfucker no betimi ama Ghana economy aye ya. Hell no, he should say the motherfucker, and we want a motherfucker president in Ghana. We want it. So come motherfucker no betimi create jobs for millions of Gen Zs out there or become motherfucker. That is what the Americans did. Donald Trump got to watch out or come motherfucker, and Americans love him. Upeso cheso ni mnyansa cha America for. Canada Japan come motherfucker ukoma. Semi politician na since independent. Ebesi ne wetime yini sika $6 million. Akwa si cardiothoracic center. Baby akoma nipa akoma say ya yetimi ye niye. Ono adi sika akwa si biama 37. How many politicians omo come motherfucker da etima yes adiem? Omo kaso come motherfucker. And they do that. Where do they use their money for? They should come and tell me. Okay. We're creating jobs. The biggest steel factory in this country. West Africa, the whole West Africa.
Would you like to respond to the baby mama? And I say, Omuma.
Meba, just a few minutes. I'm trying to end this.
All right.
So, how many leaders, political leaders, no Ghana ha, or motimi achieve the feat of Kennedy Japan? The philanthropical jobs are why and then Nyoma why the biggest co-stores in West Africa or media any ade obiti say o boss kwakutin a juma or ye businessmen like him wakasen and iswadi wons oba businessmen like kwakutin should be given the opportunity to make money to create jobs for the ordinary people. Ya try lawyer for, ya try economy, but kokra the idea, ya need to call against you. Or no buy or catch us or be pim economy na economy ni na ye. We are saying $1 ni dimrika se Hussein boot. No Johnny akoshe de guitar se. E hono ko kan de guitar lasem. Et you know, Ghanaians want jobs. And then mabunu she the brain drain. Majority of the youth from Free University benyina obi apedwuma yo. Akufuado the free SHS by. We want to continue from there and create an enabling environment. Joblessness should be a thing of the past. Kennedy has the links and he's the only one who can create the opportunity for the ordinary people. As for me, because me person can once only why? Because you or vindicating Kennedy Japan some make why? What vindicating no? Say or no address for or fighting for no one personal future, which is so Kennedy be president. Kennedy on trim mount, a mount contra America. hold a whole political party at ransom. Now, Nkase yenyi obi edi ansa and waba. Kennedy will fire you there before you get to Ghana. Obe fire o. Now we krana ya hwe nyoma mu na se wo hwe na se ni baby mama no. Na why ye nyoma enya. You will go to jail. The law will deal with you. Kennedy will do that. Inti adwasa fusuro. Osuro because he knows say Kennedy Japan is a kind of leader. On one kasa onim. The Kennedy betumi aye. And now you are attaching a can bad nakuma. Bible every great leader be or temperament. And only go and check.
And the government has taken the requisite steps that are legally required for the Honorable Ken Oforiatta and NS Dakon Akore to be extradited to Ghana, to be brought to Ghana to face justice. As I indicated earlier, it is now left to the judicial authorities in the United States to assess the entire package that we have presented to find out whether there is sufficient basis for him to be extradited.
Abusia yatin nke Dr. Dominic Ayini wano Attorney General ena wade sansemu edeba ye ne sahunti ye kwa umano esona ye ne private legal practitioner ye lawyer ya sompa akodi enkomo na afei yetumi ebusa no asem yi ene sedia ene emra no enso ebo ebra lawyer woti ye nka ha Angel 102.9 Angel TV ye ma akwaba enanwumre
mina amecha me ma chief so ajo
for eje wo so lawyer we de ye mo enwura ensem no emo ye obibia ye frɛ no extradition se ye hye emra emu a asechire pa enesen
okay me ya me da extradition no me case ne ne bro for 20 na ne say tabi obia ya accuse na obia se wa ye bone ewo o man fofo bi so na ana wo my people be no aye boneti o my people be there ya bonu kwado na there ya convicting na say ya accusing no ya deliver nikom ana say be your tom rano na wabigna emraining e was so it's a legal process by which either say an accused person because now no US started say Abutreka near Amamfo be Embra US. Or may Ghana for there at Omaya Bonetia US Embra. Into extradition near say Ghana for to US Embra. Yam for Mombra US. No Mumbig na Timuano US. If it's Oma to US Embra. Former Minister Ghana Mumbi US to Ghana Embra. Into US, my home Kwanyam Ghana, no make na Ghana man. So extradition basically I say we the Latin route I so we the VFC mana who hand it over the so it's extradition. Say we did in our hand over Mobi. It's a criminal convicted and accused. So they may see by the war akwa or tomrano. So that's basically message and the airport extradition nankasa.
Lawyer yada sepa eni nchwemu a wode amaye sesia no yenhye amai mienu US ena afei wo mai Ghana asem yankasa no a eda yentemu a ye kan asem efa onimonyamfo Ken Oforiatta ena afei ora Ernest Dako Akori wo mo eho sesia between Ghana ena afei US hyehyeye wei a wono mo ehwe se wo mo ebetumi e de ahyehye so kama ama US for ama onimonyamfo Ken Oforiatta asanso aba wo my Ghana emuna ensem bi se bi wo hono mo a yetumi ede ama no no beebi a wotena no se wo hye sa ehye we ya ekoso no a osusu se efa bi no niam be koyie ana se ebeboa
niam mienu na ne kadi kai extradition is subject to the rules of the country you're hoping to extradite the criminal or the accused. The me pacha ne say extradition over please request and the petition the process the extradition process and that will be subject to US laws in this case. The Attorney General say you're a former finance minister for lawyer for Kukudam. with a view of preventing extradition because it's subject to U.S. judicial system. The extradition, no, I say Wabagana court. No, after the criminals being U.S. or what lawyer who or Ghana into your first lawyer or Ghana or not only or who said yes or court to prevent the extradition process or to do everything to prevent the extradition. Into the mechanism, I say, how do I see it? I think that it will not be easy, particularly that he's a politician. Because extradition, one of the things that Ndende is fixed, if you think that it's a political witch hunting and it has political basis, the politics so at the time then usually the understanding is that the political cause should not be used to persecute enemies. I'm sure that will be the key ground of Foriata lawyers to basically make the argument to say that the causing a political persecution and so the extradition should be prevented. Then said the enquiry said the political and the harmful of politics and all famra so they have no and all famra so they didn't acquire and famra so he has every right to hire the best lawyers to defend against the extradition process. But now is left to the U.S. judicial system. The process will go through in U.S. and whatever the outcome of that process will determine whether or not U.S. and the Euro for Rata Ghana and that down for Euro for Rata Ghana.
Yo, na bebre no abeka so ebia enfomso a obi ayene de ke betumi ahye aka no kokoemu anase betumi ahye aka amasumdue aba yie nanso ye hwese do monyamfo Ken Oforiata de akwakoye na extradition nyina abemu a betumi aka say offense we extraditable offense se wo hwe emra no emu anase agreement a ekoso yi a chenchene a say wo say wo mo etumi ema US for ede ne eba ana.
Okay, so I think that there is a very legitimate charge sheet in this case there because OSP are charging officially. So there are credible charges that appear on the face of the charge sheet. And the accusations are quite significant. And to Mr. Su said there is reasonable basis to think that there is some accusation. Extradition is for either accused or convicted. I think there is reasonable basis for the accusation. As to whether or not the defense of political persecution another is just a means of persecuting political enemies, no, it's really a question that will be subject to the evidence and or motivate the U.S. courts and the process is pending. But ultimately, I think that there is valid basis for requesting for the extradition. As to whether or not there is much in evidence to counter that extradition process, and now even the political climate, whether the political climate would make U.S. do that is also another question. Indeed, I think we will see, but it will not be the easiest walkway. I think that and the kind of wealth he has. Particularly, we don't know if he acquires U.S. citizenship. And a bit more complicated. You see, I think that, and there are new programs around U.S. where you can, facilitate permanent residency on some investment. So there are different programs that can make the extradition very difficult, which is why I'm sure he's also gotten the best of lawyers. You see, the coming days will tell. But I don't think that is the easiest process. It would have been better, I think, that we would have prevented it if the state thought say we are the case. But at this rate, it's not going to be a walk in the park.
And the lawyer say, yeah, Shani say, be na United States for and so your mafia diana so mobo Muhammadin bia na so ekobane say on Ken Oforiata wa ma me piemu e wo my Ghana emu a na eno so no e de be na besi ana na monto ben e na ebepem so free ho.
Okay, so again, Yamamenu say if the extradition process goes through, not the U.S. makes a determination that he should be extradited. No U.S. in Kwandia, U.S. for the Nebabagana. So to the point, the process concludes and it is determined that the extradition process is correct and he should be extradited to Ghana. The extradition will happen. But the command says that the process legally, for any other reason, then U.S. government cannot do anything.